Hey world, 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by me and sponsored by the Kingdom College, preparing you for life. The college that teaches you life skills with business skills along with academics. I am Deepak here and my life is beautiful to stay on top of it because I work as worship. So there was this Red Indian chief who had some constipation problem. Now, constipation basically means how much ever you put pressure, it doesn't come out. Those of you don't understand constipation, because for the first time when I heard this word called constipation, I didn't know that the meaning of constipation is what. So in case if you are from my category of great English, if you know loose motion, in loose motion it keeps coming. In constipation, how much ever you put effort, it doesn't come. So Red Indian chief was suffering from constipation. So he had a very uh, innocent servant by the name Bluebird. So he tells Bluebird, Bluebird, go to the witch doctor in the village and tell him that the chief has constipation problem. He will give you medicine and bring the medicine for me. Very sincerely, Bluebird runs to the village to the witch doctor and tells, because he doesn't know, he is a very illiterate boy, he doesn't know much of English. He's come from the native, so he tells the doctor, big chief, no shit. Doctor understands what is he trying to convey. He gives one pill and said, give this pill medicine to the Red Indian chief, he will be okay by tomorrow morning. Bluebird comes and give them medicine to Red Indian chief. Next day morning, again same problem, nothing is solved. He called the Bluebird, come here. What medicine? Go to which doctor and tell, I still have constipation. Bluebird again runs to the village, tells the doctor, big chief, no shit. Doctor said, how is it possible? Do one thing, take two medicine. Tell him to take two at the same time. He gives two medicine. Bluebird comes running and gives the boss two medicines. Next day morning, still the same story, still have the constipation. He tells Bluebird, what is this? Go and tell the witch doctor I am still having constipation. I'm not able to pass motions. Go. Bluebird, out of concern and love for his boss, runs to the doctor and said, doctor, big chief, no shit. Doctor said, oh, how is it possible? Take the entire jar. So give the entire bottle to him and say, go. Give the entire bottle to the boss. Bluebird sincerely comes running and gives the bottle to the boss. Next day morning, Bluebird is still running to the doctor. Doctor said, now what happened? I give the entire bottle. Now what happened? And Bluebird says, doctor, big shit, no chief. Now, why am I sharing this story with you? I think the idea that I want to convey to all of you is, forget the lighter part of the entire story. But this Bluebird, that servant who's from the village native background, who's not educated, doesn't know much of English, but I still was able to convey the entire message of the boss to the doctor just with 4 words. Big chief, no shit. Just 4 words he just rearranged for the entire communication, and in the 4 words he was able to convey the entire intent what he had in his mind. And that I think that is the power of communication. Most people choose not to communicate or not to speak with strangers or in the public forums or in the get-togethers or in the gatherings or in the family discussions or debates, because they think they are not good in English or they're not good in that language. And I've seen this tremendous complex which most of the Indians have. Most of the Indians who are from a village background or a small towns, they come back. I remember for first 27 years of my life, I have not spoken a complete single sentence in English. And I had tremendous complex because I grew up with a Hindi medium where they only spoke everything in Hindi. At home it was Hindi, at school it was Hindi, with the friends it was Hindi. For And then even when I joined the workplace, it was again a regional language, or again it was Hindi. So it's not that I have studied in English. I am from the central board, but still I had this big complex that my English is poor till I heard the story. That day I realized, for you to speak in a language which you don't know, let's keep it like that. For example, I am right now in Bengaluru, Karnataka. Here the language is Kannada. Whatever 1, 2, 3, 4 words, whichever I know, I use them wherever I need it, and I get my things done. So communication, they say it's a skill. Communication skills. You should have great communication skills. I beg to differ here with all the management gurus. I believe communication is an attitude. If you do not have the attitude to communicate, the willingness to communicate, the willingness to take that initiative and share it, express it, talk it out, whether it is your ideas or it's your feelings, or it can be anything, and we are holding ourselves back, it only means you have this attitude that you might be rejected, the idea that you might be laughed at, the idea you must be having in your mind that you have inhibition in front of talking in a language which you're not comfortable or which you don't know much about it. But I think in 4 words, if Bluebird could explain the doctor the problem which the Red Indian chief was going through, it does not mean the Bluebird had great communication skills, amazing grammar or sentence formation. He had the attitude to convey the message, and whatever words he knew in that language, he could use it and convey the entire thing. So much before you develop the skill of communication, I feel it's an attitude that everybody should have, because the bridge that bridges the gap between two people is only through communication, whether it is a love relationship, or it is a relationship filled with hatred, or it is love-hate relationship, or it is friendship, or any kind of relationship. You want to be a great leader, you need to be a communicator. You want to be a great teacher, you need to be a great communicator. You need to be a great parent, you need to have great communication. You want to build brilliant relationship, you need to be a communicator. And communication skills workshop will only help you to hone your skill, polish your skill. Maybe voice modulation can be improved, maybe eye contact can be improved, maybe a few more things about body gesture, body language can be improved. But the attitude to willingly communicate when there is a need to communicate, that's important. It's something like you learn dancing. You have brilliant skill of dancing and singing, but you don't like to dance, but you don't like to sing. Now, by not singing or dancing, nothing much will happen in your life, nothing wrong will go in life. But if you don't communicate, if you do not take the initiative to communicate, or you do not take that first step to start a conversation, so that you break the ice and get things moving for both of you or all of you in the relationship that you people possess or you have, then only it is going to be helpful. And I think that is where a lot of people miss. Please understand, communication is an attitude first, then it can be polished into a skill. But much before that, you should have that. If there is an opportunity, or you should create an opportunity to talk it, to share it, to express it, because that's the only thing that will take you to the top. Communication is the amazing thing. I strongly believe the top rung of the ladder of success is reserved for communicator. So get going, get started with that belief. If Bluebird can do it, we also can do it. Here we go together. Guys, so get set and grow.